What's up, guys? Today I am really excited to take a look at the final figure in the Funko Super 7 reaction series for the Dark Crystal. Today we have got the Garthim. All right, let's take a quick look at packaging here. So if you've seen the Mystic packaging for the Dark Crystal line, it's pretty similar to that. It's a bigger box. It's a square box instead of a rectangle this time, but the overall theme is the same. So we've got our window box with the Garthim in the middle there. We've got our Toys R Us exclusive sticker. The top is also a window, but there's not a whole lot to see there. And then the side has some artwork of the figure. The back has the other figures in the line, as well as a reminder that I'll never be getting the NYCC exclusive. And then the same artwork on the other side. So let's crack him out. All right, here he is. And right off the bat, I'm really happy to get him. He's not exactly the greatest figure, just in terms of what he has to offer, but I'm really excited to actually have this guy and to add him to the collection and to complete as best I can this reaction line from Funko and Super 7. So let's take a quick look at him. We'll start with Sculpt first because that's the main draw for this guy. So he is relatively large, and we will compare him real quick to one of the other figures in the line. We'll compare him to Kira here. You can see he's almost double her height. So there's some size here, and he's also pretty heavy too, especially in comparison to the other figures. As far as the overall sculpt goes, I think they pretty well nailed it here. There are tons of little bumps all over him. You can see the line work for what would be like the carapace, the armor on the figure, and then the fur hair that lines the actual body of the character. So there is a bunch of sculpted line work on the underside as well, and then we've got those details on the face and then those eyes. So it's really nice. It is kind of an odd creature, so I think they got the look of it down really well. As far as the overall articulation goes for this guy, there's really not a whole lot. He's mostly a big hunk of plastic in the center here. That's all one big piece. What he really has in terms of articulation is just kind of like 4 points. So the legs move, but they only rotate, and they only go that far. So there's not a whole lot of motion there. You can get him kind of in two poses. He can be sitting backwards, like kind of reared up on his legs, and then he can be down low. That's about it. And then both legs obviously do that. And then these kind of longer back legs are what really stabilize the figure. Without them there, I don't know that he would stand up all that well. And then the arms move. So this one will go around, and then this one does the same thing. Now, do not do what I did and try to move this claw. I thought that it was articulated. It certainly looks like it. It looks like there's a joint there, but it doesn't seem to be. It looks like it's just sort of pegged and glued in. I started trying to twist it, and it did not like that. So if someone knows that it is articulated and I'm just an idiot and can't figure out how, let me know down in the comments. But for the most part, I don't believe it can do anything. It's just supposed to look nice. So that's pretty much it as far as what he can do. As far as paint goes, there's not tons of that either. So, I mean, these are supposed to be minimalistic, vintage style figures, so I'm not knocking it in that regard. There's just not a lot there. What is there, though, is unfortunately kind of sloppy. It's mostly just this brown hair, and it kind of bleeds a lot all over, especially up here at the top. And then he's got the pinkish purple eyes, and they kind of bleed a little too. It's not terrible. It doesn't really bother me. It's just something to note for people that are sticklers for that. At the end of the day, I think this figure looks cool enough that I can not worry about that too much. All right, overall, I'm really pleased with this figure. He does have his setbacks and his flaws. It's not a perfect figure. It's not even really a great figure, but to have him complete the line, as you can see here, I think it's really great that we finally got him. Obviously, I would have preferred to have been able to get the New York Comic Con exclusive that has the winged Kira, but the sheer limited number of those and the exorbitant price that it goes for just makes it an impossibility for me. I'm not paying that much money for figures of this level. But $20 for a big hulking Garthim at Toys R Us, I really can't pass up. Obviously, he looks really good with the rest of the figures, as you can see here. This is going to be a new display piece for me somewhere in the house. So I think it's a cool figure. It's obviously a very unique figure. It doesn't offer a lot in terms of paint or articulation, but the sculpt is nice. and it looks really well with the other figures. So if you're a Dark Crystal fan, you've got to pick this up. If you've been waiting to complete this set and you couldn't get the New York Comic Con set, this is your chance. So do not miss this guy, because there's a good chance we won't see him again ever, because of the way that Funko and Super7 are transitioning that licensing for ReAction over strictly to Super7, and all those licenses have to be renegotiated. So it's likely that this is it for the Dark Crystal. I don't expect we're ever going to see these again. So, scoop them up if you can. That's going to do it for this review, everyone. As always, stay tuned to Toy Bro for more. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of this line of this figure down in the comments. Have you been able to find one yet? Let me know. So until next time, everyone.